Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Life Podcast. I'm Leah Klenke.
And I'm Kate Phillips, and we're so excited to have you guys here today for episode 8 of The Big Life.
So, this week we have a special guest joining us, Berkley Mensik. Berkley is from Chicago, Illinois, and she's a senior on the Notre Dame women's soccer team. Berkley is my best friend here at Notre Dame, and she's an amazing soccer player. Some would say even the fastest in the NCAA. But beyond that, she's an even better person. She's one of the most positive and optimistic people that I know. She always has a smile on her face, and she is especially so mentally strong. Um, so today we'll be discussing the topic of injuries with her. But first, Berkeley, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, of course. First off, for everyone listening on injuries, you're in wonderful hands. I have plenty, so I have wonderful information to give you all. But a little bit about myself is, like Leah said and gave me such a wonderful introduction. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Illinois, so I'm not too far from Notre Dame. So it's a perfect location where I'm far enough from home, but close enough where I need to see my dog. Everything's going to be happy. Yeah, I play winger, and I love it. It's so fun. Leah gives me motivation every day at practice, pushes me. She's on the left and I'm on the right, so we battle it at practice. So if you ever think she's super good, you can thank me because I'm the one giving her the reps and she's breaking my ankles every day. Yeah, besides that, I love soccer. I grew up all my life playing it. I started when I was super young. I did it because my older sister did it, so obviously I had to copy her. And thank goodness she did it because I'm happy here at Notre Dame. I love it more than anything. It's the greatest school in the world. And yeah, and I'm number 18, so yeah, super fun. And a fun fact about me is that I made Shane Gillis laugh, who is a very famous comedian, and that is the flex of my life. This happened this weekend. So as you can see, I'm super proud of it. So
Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit more about kind of your club soccer life and how, like, what led you to Notre Dame?
yeah, of course. So, like I said, I'm from Illinois, so I had the honor of being part of a really wonderful ECNL program, Eclipse. We actually ended up winning the ECNL title my senior
Woo!
year. So, yeah, go ECNL Nation, go Eclipse. Um, and yeah, I actually joined Eclipse super late because of injury. My sophomore year, I ended up doing my knee, and my freshman year going into my sophomore year. And of course, a little cherry on top, it also was COVID year. So there's also just a ginormous gap in my recruitment process and soccer process in general. So I ended up joining Eclipse right after COVID, and it was amazing exposure. I couldn't recommend ECNL more for giving me so much exposure for just like not only like college coaches, but just such a high level of talent of women's soccer and so many amazing players that are all D1 as well with me.
What did you do to your knee that year? And kind of like, how did you deal with that in high school? I guess that's like really hard, especially during COVID. You're like, I don't even know, like, how did that work with the hospitals and everything too?
Yeah, so luckily it was right before COVID. So I did it like that March, like before it really hit. So,
Mhm.
or honestly, don't date check me. I did it where it wasn't COVID quite yet. But the rehab process itself was. Um, so I had actually a super unique rehab story for my first ACL. Keyword first. More information coming soon. But yeah, high school was crazy. It was definitely, I was so young. I like, of course, love soccer more than anything, but I truly didn't even really know much. I feel like ECNLs are so common nowadays. Like, I truly didn't even know much about ECNLs back in the day. Like, I feel like I kind of, maybe I started the trend, but it was so new to me, and I was, of course, terrified. But like, I had such a drive in my heart that I knew I wanted to continue going. And that's where my first ECNL, I was so grateful and um, just like so determined, like in my heart and in my mind, that I was like, okay, I want to do soccer. I want to continue playing soccer. This isn't over for me yet, even though I'm just a high schooler that has no idea what her future is in store for. So yeah, my first ECNL, especially in high school, is what truly mentally trained me for me now, senior year at Notre Dame. I would have it happen over and over again if I could, just for how much it taught me at such a young age. And it's prepared me for, disclaimer, my newest ACL. So
Okay, so kind of going off of that, so you get recruited in high school after you recover from your first ACL. You get the great opportunity to come to Notre Dame and tell us kind of about your season so far as a Notre Dame. You're a senior, so this is your fourth season. Tell us about how that's been going and then also with injuries.
yeah, of course. So yeah, I kind of didn't, I apologize. I didn't finish the ending of that story, but my senior year, of course, I ended up getting the amazing opportunity to come to Notre Dame. My dreams came true. And yeah, and then I came here and it was absolutely amazing. I had a wonderful freshman year. We had such a stud team. So many players. I want to say most of our starting 11 truly went pro, and if not that year, the next year went pro. So it was just such a wonderful experience playing against the best of the best, like so many talented players. And unfortunately, that freshman fall, oh, sorry, that freshman spring, the first day of practice, um, luckily I scored right before it, but it was just a practice and I went to volley it, missed the volley, so whoops. But yeah, planted and I just felt like my whole knee go out. The same knee, my left knee. Um, and like instantly right when it happened, like I knew. And luckily though, I'm very determined and I wanted to like gaslight myself to believe that it wasn't my ACL. So like I did it and I like went like, whoa. And I was like, please, no, 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 no. So like I started jogging. Like I jogged right off. I was like, I need a sub and like just jogged straight off the field, jogged to my coach, and I was like, I need to see the doctor. Kept jogging. ACL doesn't affect me. Jogged to the doctor and I was like, you need to check my knee. Like I think I just tore my ACL. And she did all the normal ACL things, any ACL recovering people know the deal of the shake, and I tore it and I was absolutely devastated because I was like, it was the second time I've done my left knee and I truly like had no idea what to do. Um, to make matters even worse, Leah, right here, my amazing best friend, and then my other best friend, Lainey Matriano, go Notre Dame. They weren't here either, so I felt even just like they were at an amazing camp because they're baddies for the USA national team, duh. And I just felt so alone in that moment. Like I just didn't even know what to do. I like didn't even have my best friends really to turn to. I was just so beyond lost. And like I would truly say like out of my entire life experience, that was like the moment where I think I was like hit rock bottom. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so how, like, you're such a positive and optimistic person. So talk a little more about kind of how, like, how's your outlook on everything that's happened so far, so positive and like you hit rock bottom, like how did you recover back from that?
Yeah, that is such a wonderful question. I feel like that moment was truly like my testimony in my journey to being a Christian and being a follower of Christ. There's just a beautiful quote that I truly live by, and it's like you need to hit rock bottom to realize that God is the rock. And in that exact moment, I had this unbelievable Holy Spirit moment here at Notre Dame at the Grotto, which is, if you ever come to South Bend, please go to the Grotto. It's just like an unbelievable place that one of our priests actually says it's the closest he feels to heaven. So that's all I really have to say about it. That shows the power of the Grotto. But in that exact moment, the day I tore my ACL, I went to the Grotto and I just, uh, and previously I wasn't a very faithful person at all. I just didn't grow up with it really. Of course, I always knew like thought there was a God, of course, but I never grew up learning it. I was never really like learned anything about God or anything. And it was in that moment, the day I tore my ACL, where I went to the grotto and I just prayed for like 30 minutes. And I had this just like beautiful feeling in my heart that was like, I knew it was going to be okay. And that was the day I was saved. And now, and that moment, and every moment ever, um, I just have such a beautiful outlet on life because I truly believe everything happens for a reason. I believe that regardless of any pain or sadness or anxiety or any negative word that you're ever feeling emotional wise, um, that won't ever compare to the beauty that's coming and the beauty that's ahead. And I feel like that's a perfect example. Like I was at, like I said, the worst part of my entire life where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm heartbroken. I don't even know what to do. Um, but I wouldn't take it for the world, sorry. I wouldn't take it for the world. It was truly is who I am in that moment is like one of my favorite moments in the world. If you ever saw Inside Out, core memory, it was a core memory, even though it was sadness, it was also happiness because I am the strongest version of myself because it put me, and now talking about the actual injury process, like um that one was actually it was my ACL, MCL, and like I said, I already tore my left knee, so this is super rare. I'm unique, yay. But they actually ended up going into my right knee to remove part of my patella tendon to put into my left knee. So it was a double knee procedure, which rather than just a 9-month ACL recovery, um, it turned into over a 12-month recovery with a few setbacks because of the rehab process, not because of my mental strength, obviously. But we just had some technical issues with the biodex and everything. But yeah, I was completely bedridden for nearly a month. Genuinely, I couldn't bend either of my legs. Like I would, like Leah could maybe add some input. I was at the lowest of my low, but like that instant moment, like I said, like I just knew I was like, this is going to be worth it. I don't know why this is happening to me right now. Not at all, not a single clue, but I know that this pain that I'm enduring now will all be worth it in the end. And I promise you, if anyone's ever feeling that way with their injury, just truly hold on to that hope, whether you believe in a God or just the philosophy of everything happens for a reason. And I promise you, I've had one moment of ACL, two of ACLs, of double knee surgery, like terrible upon terrible of injuries. I promise that so much more beauty will come out of it and it gets better.
You're like, I feel like you're the perfect example for like any younger girl who's like going through an injury to like look to, and even like people on our team now, who maybe be out for a little bit, definitely look up to you. Like Berkeley's the type of person, for those who don't know. Like every day I'm like, Berkeley, how are you? She's like, I'm wonderful. I'm amazing. Like hours, an hour right after she woke up from surgery. That's what she's saying. Like that's the type of person Berkeley is, and she just like spreads so much joy, and like you would never even like think she's having a hard time. I'm sure like in her head she's having a hard time with the injury, but she just likes to just spread joy to others, and then in turn it makes you happier as well. So that's like super, like that's so strong of you to do that, and like that's so hard for you to do.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
you
Like,
do
that's so
you do
sweet.
such a great job at it. And yeah,
Um,
I know everyone looks up to you.
thank
So tell us more about the rehab kind of from your ACL injuries. How's that been like, especially the double knee surgery? Like kind of walk us through like the progression that you had to do.
Yeah. So fun. I haven't even told the wonderful viewers yet. I actually just tore my ACL again. Third time's a charm. I just did my right knee. I haven't done that one yet. Left twice, right once. So now it cancels it out. So now I have wonderful knees that look cool. So yeah, my double knee process was completely different than the process I have right now. Because I tore my meniscus. So this is my first time doing my meniscus as well on top of the ACL. So would you like to hear about both or the double knee one? Because they're honestly both different rehabs. I could like vaguely talk about both, whatever you'd like.
Whatever you think is most beneficial.
Yeah, of course. So for right now, I'll talk to the one right now. Like I said, I tore my meniscus and ACL, so I'm non-weight bearing for 6 weeks. And honestly, I think this is a good one to talk to because I think this one has been the hardest post-surgery moment I've dealt with because of my inability to walk and just like do basic human functions. Like I can't even really go to the bathroom by myself without it taking like 10 minutes. Like, because like can't put any weight on my foot or even like put a shoe on. I have to ask Leah every morning and Lainey and our other roommate to put my shoe on. So I feel like it's just a sense of humility that I feel like I'm losing. But of course I'm not losing humility, but it's like I think it's so challenging because I'm a very independent person that it's like I have to rely on people so much. And I feel like that's something that a lot of girls have to do in injuries, even if it's not weight bearing. It's just like realizing that like, okay, I'm not the strongest I am right now. I need help. And that's something I'm definitely learning more through this surgery. And I'm so grateful for it because it's truly making me realize the importance of like the little things. But so yeah, right now I'm doing a bunch of basic things of just quad sets and leg raises. I'm not really clear to do much because I have to wait for my meniscus to heal. But for my double knee, of course, like the first 2 weeks I was bedridden, so that's a whole different story. But that was a little bit faster of a procedure, and rehab time because I was able to walk on it like right away. And the second you're able to walk on it and move around, it truly helps so much. So for anyone that has any ankle or knee problems and like you're not able to like do anything right away, I promise you that like you go through a giant like hump where you can't do anything. But the second you're cleared, even if it takes 6 weeks, it goes so fast and you see so much progress. So once again, it's worth it. It just you got to realize the pain in the moment and the disappointment in the moment as well. That's definitely something I'm still learning and getting through. Like even right now before this call, like I was stuck in the locker room because I can't drive. So I've been here for a few hours and it's like it's so fun, like of course. Like I went on a walk on my scooter. I have a granny scooter. And like it really you also learn to appreciate the little things. Like life is not just soccer. Like life is so much more beautiful things. Like little walks and the moon was so pretty. And it's like you really start to appreciate like the little things in life. So I think that's also for anyone watching, like you have to realize that soccer is not the whole point of life. Like it is so beautiful and it's a wonderful hobby. Like I hope to go farther with it as well. I'm not done yet, even though my knees are tired, but they're about to be stronger. But there's so much more to soccer, and once you realize like finding beauty in other things than soccer, I think it's so much easier just to find happiness in the state of your injury.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point. And then I also like how you said like you are a very independent person, but like you realize like now like it's okay to ask for help and even though that's so hard for you to do, you want to be able to do everything.
Mhm.
That's hard to like accept and like just
Yes.
know like it's okay at this time. Before we move on to the next question, Berkeley, tell everyone I want I think it's a good story to tell about your awesome week that you had, double knee surgery, your series of events that
I
happened.
have to tell everyone.
Yes.
All right, this is a perfect story for everyone, and I'm not lying. I could pull up my phone right now if you need
Yeah.
videos. I promise it gets better, even when this might have been rock bottom, but a moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory, and obviously now I can laugh at it. But genuinely, it was a week and a half after I had double knee surgery. I was on a walker. I couldn't walk, like I couldn't bend my leg. Like I couldn't even go to the bathroom by myself because like I had to have someone hold my legs. Yeah, whatever. I'm out of that moment now. It's only one leg, so yay. Um, a week and a half after, it's the first day they said I could like start adapting to crutches. So it's my first time using crutches, and I'm like, oh yeah, progress. I'm walking on crutches, can't bend my knees, but I'm walking. And it's like early in the morning and so pretty out. And I'm in the parking lot and not in, also, let me clarify, I'm not even in the middle of the parking lot. I'm like where normal people walk on the side of the cars. And all of a sudden I see a car just like speeding at me. And I'm like, huh? That's not gonna hit me. Like, that's not close. Oh, doesn't stop. And all of a sudden, bam, it's completely last second, goes like this, smacks me, completely sideswats me, got hit by a car, and I like put pressure on both my legs, like somehow like used my legs to like stand, which I like wasn't low-key supposed to do, but like I had to because I was just hit by a car. And I start hyperventilating because I was like, oh my gosh, am I okay? Like I just had double knee surgery, like I just got hit by a car, like I just used both my legs, like, Dad, help, Dad, help. This man gets out of the car and tell me you go to Notre Dame without telling me you go to Notre Dame. I was hit by a priest. It was a priest
Oh
that
my
hit me
God.
with a car. And of course he was a priest, and I know he's a good human being, and he didn't mean to hit me with a car. So I didn't tattle on him. But then, and if you like know me, like I love people and like I hate sadness. So I would never wish this upon him. The next day he gets fired. So I was like, oh, and it was I didn't tattle, but I think the word got out or something. He gets fired. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like it felt so bad. Then 2 hours after I got hit by a car, it starts downpouring rain. And I'm like, okay. Oh, and it was my last day. They gave me an emergency room to stay in, and it was my last day. And like, if you ever been on like a walking scooter, like it's kind of inconvenient to hold the crutches. So my dad had this wonderful idea. He's like, give me your crutches and I'll meet you right outside your dorm because I had to bring my scooter to my new place of stay, like where I was living now. So I was
And
like,
it's
okay,
also 40 degrees out.
yeah, 40 degrees,
Rainy,
downpour rain, and
freezing.
it's waterproof, I'm told. And I'm like, okay, yay, this is a great idea. I don't want to carry those scooters. Put my headphones in. I'm like, okay, today's gonna be a good day. I was just hit by a car, but it's gonna be good. It can't get any worse. All of a sudden, I hear this beep, 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 beep. I'm in the middle of the quad. Notre Dame's a very small campus. Cars aren't allowed. Like, there's no way of getting me. My scooter completely breaks down in this pouring rain and tell me to go to Notre Dame without telling me you go to Notre Dame. Two priests walk up to me. He's like, everything okay? And then they give me a poncho. So thank goodness at least I had a poncho to not get wet. But yep, so then I was sitting in the pouring rain in 40-degree weather, um, for 45 minutes before the Notre Dame police had to come carry me. Because keep in mind, I'm not able of walking because I just had double knee surgery. They had to carry me out of my scooter into the back of their cop car and then drive me home. And my dad was like, where have you been? Freaking out. I'm like, my scooter died. It can't get worse. So I'm like, okay, this I can only laugh at. Like, I have to see the happiness. Like, this is the worst day ever. Yep. Remember how I said I was in the rain for 45 minutes? Phone all of a sudden just doesn't turn on. Phone's completely broken. Had to use the iPad for the rest of the week. So yeah, if you're ever thinking your knee hurts or your ankle hurts or your injury hurts, or say if you get hit by a car, just know it gets better. I promise. Because now isn't it such a great story to tell?
Yes, it's funny to look back on, but it's not. It's just a testament to your character, and it was bad,
So yeah, if
bad
anyone needs
circumstances.
to see the videos, DM me, I'll send them to you. But yeah, it's like my coach's like go-to story to tell now
Yeah, you
on
definitely made the
people
best of it.
visits. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And that's
Well,
the thing. Like, oh, you could always make, and I hope people realize, like, regardless of like injury or just having a bad day, like you could always find the best in the situation. And I think that's a perfect story to capitalize on that.
yes, it is. Because even during this time, what does Berkeley do? She gets on her iPad, logs onto her email because that's the only thing she could get on her iPad. Makes a group chat with everyone on our team's email, so group chat on email, and is sending selfies of her. So that's what after this bad week,
Yeah, and like you could only
that's what
laugh.
she's doing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I just wanted everyone to hear that because that's a crazy story, but I mean, very unfortunate, but you make the best out of everything, of course. And now it's, I guess, not funny to look back on, but kind of funny at the same time. Next thing, what is your like future look like and where are you at in your rehab process now and what is kind of your future? What would you want that to look like in regards to soccer currently?
Course. So right now I'm 11 days out of surgery. So I'm just kind of there. It's just like the baby steps, but it's of course the small moments too. Like yesterday I hit 90 degrees, which is so great and so fun. So that's also something I would love for like people to know, like truly take advantage of all the small moments because they make it so much more enjoyable rather than focusing on like big moments of like, oh, I can't wait till like I'm able to jog. Like no, take advantage of the small moments because that's like I had a wonderful day yesterday because I was like, yay, I hit 90 degrees. So that's something to note as a student athlete and young soccer player. But yeah, my process is definitely going to be longer. It's 9 months. So my next few steps are just waiting till I'm able to not weight bear anymore. So I can't wait for those moments. So that's about 5 more weeks. 4.5, I think about now. Um, but yeah, when it comes to after this, even though I've had three, one of my favorite, I've done a bunch of research and I hope everyone knows if you ever do three knees, you're physically 100% capable of coming back from three knee surgeries, two knee surgeries, even four. It's 100% mentality that holds people back and believes that they can't do that. So yeah, with that said, I'm definitely going to come back from this. I'm not done. I feel it in my heart that I'm not done with soccer. So my goal is to, luckily, I do have a fifth year now. So I do plan on taking a fifth year. fingers crossed that hopefully I'll listen to my body, but everything goes smoothly and like my body allows me to, of course, continue and nothing happens. But my goal is to hopefully continue soccer, take a fifth year, and my dream would be to go play overseas. So fingers crossed for me, everyone. I would love to do it. But yeah, I just have a feeling in my heart and I feel like in my mind and my whole body, even in my knees, that I'm not done with soccer quite yet. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're so positive, like it's amazing. Like literally, so like any young girl like is gonna have like so many takeaways from just how positive you are from just everyday life. Finding like the small things, like the good in the small things. What is like, have you found like any like hobbies outside of like soccer, just from like obviously being away from it? Like anything, any new hobbies or anything like that?
Yes, you asked the right person for this. I love hobbies. I love hobbies. So I love to paint, but I actually haven't painted yet, since my injury. But I love to paint. Right now, I love to, this is so embarrassing. If you see me in South Bend, no, you didn't. I like to go on walks, but I can't walk. So I go around my scooter with my headphones on, listening to music like this. And I pretend I'm making a movie. So that's another fun hobby, walks. I also love to read my Bible. That's something that I think is a great way to start and end your day. It also keeps my positive energy going, of course, because it's a great reminder in the morning of like, God is with you, everything's great, there's joy to come. And then before bed, that sets me from a good day, knowing that everything's going to be wonderful tomorrow and it's a new day. I also play the harmonica. So sometimes I haven't done it in the house yet because for all the viewers, me and Leah are roommates and it's wonderful. But I feel bad because I don't know if the walls are small. So I don't
No,
want
you can
to
do it in the
I don't
house.
want to play the harmonica. I asked our other roommate, I was like, hey, lady, can you hear this? And she heard it. So when
It's
they
okay.
aren't
Keep in
there, I
mind.
play the harmonica. And I also absolutely love like the lakes. We have beautiful lakes here. So I just love surrounding myself with nature. Um and yeah, that's some of them. I can give you more, but I'm sure harmonica was enough.
So many hobbies. Okay, I know that you're all big about, you have so many like quotes that you live by. What is your favorite one?
Oh, okay, this is so hard. I am a very big mind person. I didn't really like get on that, but real quick, I'm plugging Mamba Mentality, Michael Jordan, everyone, if you ever need a good mind, like mentality, just motivation, read that book, watch Michael Jordan interviews. Beautiful, beautiful minds. But with that said, my all-time favorite quote is from Michael Jordan. He's my icon in life. My goal in life is to shake his hand because like I sound crazy, but in soccer, like even when I'm healthy or even in rehab, like I tell myself like Michael Jordan's when I need a lock in. Like say I can't do like a quad set, if I can't lift my leg, I'm like I take a deep breath and I say, "Okay, Michael Jordan's watching you right now." Because he's like my life icon in life. And my leg races. Like I can you not. I promise you. Like that's the power you have in your mind. Like a lot of times even for injuries, like it's your mind that kind of like of course there's pain there and that's your mind telling you that there's pain there so it sets you back. But once you realize that like okay, yes, there's pain there but I could still do this, that's also set me up. So that's kind of goes back to the rehab question. Sorry, I'm rambling. But my all-time favorite quote is from Michael Jordan. Limits, like fears, are often just an illusion. And I feel like that's a beautiful quote for injuries and like everything in life. Like you truly are capable of whatever you set your mind to. If it's injury, if it's soccer, if it's speed and agility, you're truly capable of it. It's your own mind sending you back if you don't think you can do it. So, yeah, that's my favorite. But I also have a really great one I'd love to share for anyone that is an injury related quote. It's kind of long, but it's so beautiful. It's from Rocky Balboa, but it's um pain is temporary. It may last a minute, a day, a month, or even a year or 9 months, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If you quit, however, it will last forever. So, yeah, I love that quote so much. And I feel like, especially right now, that's something I'm telling myself. Like, if I were to quit from my third knee, I would just know, like, in the future, like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, the pain of me quitting is worse than me rehabbing back. So I love that quote, and I feel like it's a great quote for anyone that's ever feeling like they need to quit or their injuries really, really getting ahead of themselves. That, yeah, pain is temporary. So
I love those quotes.
thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I have more if you ever need some. One
Yeah,
last
there's
one about pain. A moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory. Those connect. That one's a great one. So yeah,
yeah.
pain
Those are super
pain has
good.
nothing on us. So
Yeah. I've been blessed to have heard those a lot now, and so those are sticking in my head now, which is good. I need to have a mentality more like you.
she
But yeah,
does.
there's no quit for you, Berks. Last thing is what is one piece of advice you would give to younger girls who may be struggling mentally with their physical injuries?
Oh, that's such a beautiful quote. Um, I think that, I mean, not quote, sorry. That's such a beautiful question. Um, ah, I feel like there's so much, obviously, as you can tell, I love to talk, but I feel like there's so much I would love to say. So if you're listening, feel free to text me. But one piece of advice I would truly say to anyone listening that needs to hear it is I'm actually going to say a Bible verse. That is something that I always say to myself more than even those motivational quotes is you don't realize what I'm doing now, but later you'll understand. Um, and I feel like that applies to injuries so beautifully because I think it's so easy to get so dark and so negative minded when you're dealing with an injury and like question like why is this happening? Why did this happen? Um, but just knowing that it truly did happen for a reason to make you stronger, both in your mind and your heart and your own body, is something that I just love to realize and I tell myself and I hope people realize that like if you have an injury, like I hope you know after every injury that I've had, I've genuinely have become a better player and a better person from it. And I hope that's something that people realize even though you may not feel it in the moment. So yes, the pain that you're feeling now cannot compare to the beauty that's ahead. So
That's a good one. Okay, well, thank you so much, Berks, for joining us and talking about injuries and your mentality and mindset. I think it's really good for really anyone to hear just how positive you are about everything and how your mind really can help you to like overcome anything. I feel like even like going into college in this past year, I didn't know anything about mentality. I just like played soccer, but I feel like you've opened my eyes a lot to the power of your mind and you've given me some good quotes, recommendations, books, all of that. So, I thank you for that. And just thanks for joining us.
oh my gosh, well thank you for having me. This is the best podcast in the world. So I'm so honored to be here. So thank you guys for having me.
Of
Yes,
course.
thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
of
on.
course. So great to finally meet you guys. Well, meet you, Kate. Love
Yeah.
the work. And yay, maybe we could all pass the ball with each other in 9 months.
Perfect.
Yay.
It was so great to have Berkeley join us on for this episode of the podcast. What was your biggest takeaway, Kate?
I think my biggest takeaway was when she was talking about that like you're bigger than your like soccer, like your soccer career, because obviously she's had a lot of time away from soccer and kind of found like her why outside of soccer. And I think that's a huge thing just for like college athletes, anybody playing sports, like knowing your why outside of your sport because um like it's gonna be there for a lot of your life, but it also like it's also not gonna be there at times. So finding your worth outside of your sport is huge and great for like to keep your mentality like high, positive, like just because a lot of athletes base everything off of their sport. So I think she was a great person to kind of talk about that because she has been away from soccer for like months on end, even like a year. Um, so that was awesome just hearing it from her, and I think great for a lot of younger athletes to hear or people going through injuries that you can have like a why outside of your sport. What was your
Yeah.
biggest takeaway?
I think, well, I really liked that one and the fact that we asked her about her hobbies and she listed like 10 of them. Like
Yeah.
she obviously like soccer's a big part of her life, but that's not all her life. Like she doesn't just live her life for soccer. So I think that's a really good point, and it's important to like have a balance in your life and like diversify yourself and to have like so like many things that make you happy beyond just soccer. But I'd say another big takeaway for me is just like her whole mentality. And I said it before, but like she's definitely someone who inspires me every single day because that's her personality every single day. Always so happy, smiling, so joyful, and just she reminds us too in our team like just the power of your mind, how your body can do certain things, but your mind will trick you into thinking it can't or some like just for an example. But your mind is so powerful. And I think that's just a big mentality. And it's important to like positively visualize like the things you're gonna do. And again, she said that quote about like limitations, like it's just what was the word? It's like there's like no such things as limitations. It's just like your mind stopping you. So I think that's just all really interesting for me and inspiring for sure.
Yeah, you get to be around her like positive energy all the time. I already know that like definitely rubs off on you guys just because I mean you're seeing her go through like such a hard time and like she's just positive through everything it seems like.
Yeah.
She just seems like an amazing person to be around.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, she definitely rubs off on our whole entire team, and inspires everyone, and she's just a great person, a great leader to have on our team. And um
Mhm.
I mean she's loved by all, of course. Like she's everyone's best friend, and we all look up to her, so it's good. And that's also good for her. Like she's one of the oldest on the team, so it's good for our younger kids on the team, and then also maybe some other people who are out with like smaller injuries to just look at her and be like, okay, that's like I I want to be like her. And like even when I'm injured, like she's on the sideline cheering people on, like that too, and supporting the team, like feeling welcomed, like feeling a part of the team even when you're injured is hard. So she does a great job at that and just really helps everyone to stay super positive about everything. So yeah. I think we should talk a little bit now about conference games. So this is the first week of conference games. Well,
Mhm.
actually, first let's talk about games from last week, and then we'll talk about conference games.
Yep.
Because this week, this past week of games was actually crazy. A lot of
Yeah.
insane results and a lot of top teams losing, tying. So I feel like the biggest one that stood out to me, or there was multiple, but Duke tied Alabama 1-1. So that was a big game, I think. And then also for me, I watched Arkansas tie Creighton 3-3, which was an insane game until the
Yeah.
very end. It was very chippy and aggressive. I was kind of scared for them. They were about to like get in fights and stuff, but that one was also pretty interesting for me to watch.
Yeah, definitely back and forth in that game. And then the Duke tying Alabama. Alabama scored with like 30 something, like 30 seconds left. I think literally 30 seconds left. One of my teammates, her best friend was the one that scored, but
Oh, awesome.
I mean, she's really good. But it was just like a goal that was like I don't even think she expected it to like go in. She kind of like it was like a cross and she kind of like tapped it and it was just super awkward. Um, but yeah, that was a big tie. I mean, to be
Mhm.
able to score the last 30 seconds, I mean, I don't know, you never happy to tie a game, but like they probably were like happy to come away, especially against a team like Duke. And then the Stanford USC, Stanford lost. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, Stanford beat USC and then they went and lost to UCLA 2-0. UCLA won. That's pretty I thought that was like interesting that they had those games back to back, like two big rivalries. But Stanford was number one and was I mean killing teams. Their goal differential was like insane against teams. And then
Mhm.
going and losing 2-0 to UCLA. That one stood out to me. And also the Memphis in Tennessee, they tied 0-0. Tennessee still hasn't gotten scored on, which is actually crazy.
Yeah.
And so their goalkeeper had a good penalty save, but both of those were two that stood out.
Yeah. Those are especially the Stanford, yeah, I remember seeing the game on Thursday, I think, where they beat USC Southern California like 5-1 or something, and USC was number like 5 or 6. I was like, wow, like
Yeah.
Stanford's really making a statement.
Did you see that goal that
Oh
oh
yes,
my
I
God, it
did. I
might have
did.
been like it was like one of the craziest goals I've
Yes. Actually crazy. The one from like way far out.
Yes, it was
Like, that
insane.
was crazy. That was such a banger. Yeah. I don't know if she was aiming for the goal or what, but that was
I
amazing.
think
That was amazing.
so.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was so good. Um, but yeah, so that was an interesting weekend for them. I'm sure it's
Mhm,
easy when you beat a really good team to be like to like really be on the high and
mhm.
then be like, oh, we have an easier team the next game, and then maybe like lose a little bit of concentration and focus. So I don't know kind of what happened there, but I'm sure they'll grow from it and learn and come back better the next week. But
Mhm.
yeah, that was definitely an interesting set of games for Stanford there that weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, and then the last two games that stood out were Northwestern beating TCU 1-0, and then Wyoming beating Georgia. So those are just some not unranked teams beating ranked teams, which is, I mean, that's really good for those teams, and they just came
Mhm.
hyped and ready to play. So,
Yeah, conference games start this week, which is really exciting. Who do you guys play this week?
so this week we only have one game, and it's at NC State. So get on a plane, travel to North Carolina, and we'll play them. So I'm super excited to start conference. So exciting. It's just it's posing a new challenge for us. The ACC is so good. So, but we're excited. We're ready. I think we play North Carolina State, and then like the next 3 weeks we play Duke, North Carolina, and FSU like back to back to back. So we're excited and we're ready. But first, North Carolina State, we're ready to take them down in North Carolina. So yeah, who do you guys play?
We play Texas on Friday. So again, 1 week game. I mean, Texas is always a good team. So again, like exactly like you said, like SEC is a new challenge. Each team you play is good. There's never a game that's like, oh, I don't know. We never come out like, oh, this is a team we can beat. But I mean, in SEC play, it's like one after the other. You just got to be ready. Because we play Texas, then we do play Tennessee at home, which I mean, great team, and then we go to Kentucky. So yeah, always exciting and excited
Mhm.
to get into conference. It's actually crazy that it's already started, but
Yeah, it actually, that's so insane. It's flown by. The season has flown by so fast already.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like especially in conference, it's like everyone's so good. Like the margin between teams is so small. So it's like on any given
Mhm.
day, any team can win, and you just have to stay focused for every game because there's no easy games. Yeah. And then let's talk a little bit about how so in conference, or this is how the ACC works. We'll have our regular season, and we'll have a regular season ACC champ, and then we'll have an ACC tournament champion. So I guess we have two different champions. Sometimes they're the same team, sometimes they're different, but and then the automatic bid for the NCAA tournament comes from that ACC tournament. Is that also how the SEC works?
Yeah, we have conference champ and then a um like tournament champ.
Tournament
But
champ. Okay.
SEC, I don't know if it still is this, but it used to be like an East and a West champion. I don't know if that's a thing
Oh,
anymore. I
I
remember that
think
was at one point, but I don't know if it is anymore. But I know like last year like Mississippi State was like like conference champions and then Texas was like turn they had won the tournament.
tournament.
Um,
Yeah, I see.
and
I
they
think
get
it's
automatic bid.
yeah, okay, yeah. I think that's how most conferences work. There's kind of two
Yeah.
championships, but the automatic bid goes to the tournament champion into the NCAA tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's crazy that we're starting conference play already.
No.
But it's so exciting at the same time. And next week we'll be able to come back with 1 week of conference play done. I mean, another week in the season done. It's crazy how far this season has come already.
Yes. Well, thank you guys all for listening to this week's episode of the Big Life Podcast. We love talking to Berkeley and discussing all the fun in upcoming games this week and last week. So tune back in next week for another great episode, and we get to talk about some conference games.
Hmm.
So we'll see you guys then.
See you
Bye.
guys then. Bye.